Good morning, all.
Good morning, good morning.
Simon, Ali, and Rolo. We've just been out for a coffee. Now, you might think, isn't it a waste of money going out for a coffee? But you know, it's so not. Because when we go out for coffee, Simon and I talk more than we do in the house. Usually because I'm doing stuff, he's doing stuff. He's in the other room looking at porn on his computer or whatever interests him. Every time I go in, I see boobies. Somehow there's a boob in the picture and he tells me he's not watching porn.
I can't help that.
Well, what do you mean you can't help it?
I don't tell them what to dress.
He's such a liar. Anyway, he's either in there or I'm doing my cards, which, may I add, I am now selling at £2 a card. If you buy a bundle, I can put it in the post to you. I'd have to charge about £3 for postage, even if that was abroad. But you know what? I am selling those cards. I'm determined because I'm enjoying them so much. And most of them are floral, but I've started doing some sort of other, what's it called, abstract designs. Do you know though, when we go out for coffee, we really do start chatting. And even my husband here, darling husband, after 30 years of marriage, we end up having a light bulb moment between us. Simon actually has these moments where he actually talks sense. We were talking about the stress of how I find the stress of cooking a Christmas dinner. It's just a frigging roast dinner. I mean, that's all it is. And this year we're having fish, we've decided, because fish is a real treat. Salmon's gone up an awful lot in price, I think, but I've got salmon and trout, so I'm going to do a nice fishy Christmas dinner. And the thing is, I was talking to him and I said, do you know what really I find really most stressful is the roast potatoes, because if you've got to have those at 220 degrees and they're the things that you want to cook and they come out hot and crispy at the last minute, you know, keeping them warm is not great. It just doesn't work. And I'm really stressing out about this. I stress out because I want everybody else to have a really nice Christmas dinner. I couldn't give a shit about what I eat. I could eat baked beans on toast for all I care. But I do worry that everybody gets a nice Christmas dinner. And Simon says don't stress about it. But I lie in bed thinking about the timings of everything and getting it right, and food and what I have to collect and how much, and you know, what if people come around Christmas Eve? I want to be able to give them something. And this is how my conversation in my head goes on with myself. So I have to say to myself, stop it, calm, this is just one meal. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But when we go out for coffee, as I was saying, I'll get back onto the coffee thing. We end up chatting about all sorts of things and laughing together. And I know that a lot of people say, what a waste of money going out for coffee is. What was 2 coffees today, Simon?
£11.
£11.
2
so
each.
2 each, £11. You could say, well, make the coffee and make sure you go and sit in the front room together, and that would be good. But do you know what? It's not quite the same. We get distracted by things and our minds go elsewhere. And we found a little hotel in a little village near us, and it's lovely in there, and they accept dogs. Yes, they do. They accept you in there, and everybody's so nice. And we usually end up going in when everybody else is having breakfast in there, because obviously they're the people that are staying there. It's interesting, isn't it, how when you go out with your partner, and I mean when you've been married for a long time, you don't tend to chat as much and as, I don't know, well maybe you do, maybe some people do, but Simon and I are very bad at just putting our heads into our whatever we're doing, aren't we? But when we go out,
yes,
we are very bad, unless of course we get together and play Scrabble, and then we have a right old laugh because neither of us can spell and we've both got dyslexia. So that's fun too. Anyway, I thought I'd make this video about like what's the point really of going out for coffee. But from going out to coffee this morning, we ended up going in to a co-op. We ended up buying lots of stuff for Christmas. We ended up having some bright ideas and really just chatting and laughing. So it was worth every penny of the 11 quid.
Yeah, I paid for it.
And Simon paid for it, so it was worth every penny of his 11 quid. Nice to see you all. I hope you've enjoyed this little chinwag. And if you go off for a coffee with your partner or just by yourself, does it make you have light bulb moments and start thinking about things that are out of the box of when you're in your own home? Because it certainly does for us. Take care. Love you. Bye.